Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to Professor Layton and the Unwound Future. Last time we met up with Celeste, who claims to be Claire's sister, even though that's not a thing. And then, we split up for no reason. Mysterious woman. Okay, how's it going, boss? I have no way we came back here. Stay right where you are, intruders. Professor, they're gaining on us. Luke, Florida, we have to run. Oh, okay. Sure. We need to leave this facility immediately. And so we leave. The end. Oh, I can't believe the three of us made it out of there in one piece. Oh, don't let your guard down, Luke. We're not out of the woods yet. Can't stop thinking about the last thing Celeste said to us. Immediate flashback.
The answer to everything lies in the old father's embrace. It is there we will meet next.
Gotta get all the mileage we can out of what voice clips we have room for in the DS.
Celeste was clearly trying to give us a hint as to our next rendezvous point.
Oh, of course. She used a code to hide our meeting place from the family.
Okay, I guess it does kind of make sense as a lore reason to why she would say it like that.
What could that code possibly mean?
Think of it as a puzzle, Luke. Though I suspect the answer to this puzzle will be much more than our next meeting place. I'd wager that it's also the family's secret headquarters, and where Dimitri's been hiding.
Are we gonna get it as a puzzle?
If that's the case, it's even more important that we find out where this place is.
Luke, do you remember seeing a flyer for a restaurant named the Thames Arms on the way here?
Or I guess Layton will just tell us. That works too.
That's where Celeste will be waiting for us.
Alright, puzzle solved, I guess.
At the Thames Arms? But how did you work that out?
Well, Luke, have you ever heard of Old Father Thames?
Oh, well, okay, I'm not British, so I wouldn't know about that.
Rivers are often personified in folklore and literature, and the River Thames is no exception. When Celeste said that the answer lies in the Old Father's embrace, the father she was talking about was Old Father Thames.
I guess there's that too, if I remembered it.
Oh, I get it. And an embrace happens in someone's arms. In this case, the arms of the Thames.
Okay, I do get it now, Luke. Thank you. I've been thinking, Professor. About what, Luke? I've been thinking about how I forgot to do the case again. About how you, Dimitri, and Don Paolo all have a personal tie to poor Claire. And all of you seem to question the circumstances surrounding her death, Celeste as well. Why do I get the feeling that many of the mysteries here lead back to that explosion? Okay, don't play exposition, Luke. The explosion that killed Claire didn't just level the lab she worked in. By the time I caught word of the accident and ran to the site, the whole place was in flames. An apartment building next to the lab had also been destroyed by the blast. Hey, something like that happened to my house. Sorry. The entire area was devastated. Looking upon that scene, I knew that Claire was lost to me forever. And I wasn't the only one who lost something that day. Many others were wounded or lost loved ones. To this day, I still remember a child I met wandering the street, wailing for his lost parents. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, sorry, it's foreshadowing. Sometime after the incident, I was in a state of shocked grief. But when I came to my senses, I noticed something curious. Despite the scale of the damage, there was no follow-up coverage in the media. Not one word of the incident was printed or broadcast following the initial reports. There's Bill Hawks in the background between Claire and I believe that's Dimitri Allen. I knew the only way I could answer about what happened that day was to run my own investigation. I immediately set to work researching Claire's lab and the scientists she had worked with. Surely you should have known some of that already if you were her... If you're her man or whatever, right? During my investigation, I learned that powerful political forces had suppressed reports on the blast. It was right after this discovery that I was viciously assaulted. My injuries were so jolly I couldn't move till next Christmas or whatever. That's the Tumblr meme, right? Yeah. My injuries were so severe I was unconscious for a month. I was lucky to be alive. I returned home to find my flat torn apart. The majority of the information I had gathered on the case had been stolen. That explosion was no ordinary accident. Someone with incredible political clout was involved. And this person abused his or her power to keep any facts about the event from ever coming to light. Like his sassy little pose there. I tried to dig back into the case several times, but it was of no use. Each time I tried to make headway, I was met with resistance and threats of violence. Claire is lost to me forever, I know that, but I must know the truth of what happened that day. It's a feeling I'm sure Don Paolo and Celeste share as well. So you think Dimitri knows the truth? Dimitri and perhaps one other person. Who else do you mean, Professor? Is it Bill Hawks, who was very clearly in the background of that picture? Everything will be made clear at the Thames Arms. Let's go. Well, let me remember to do my trunk stuff here, Layton's journal first. Oh, and there's 4 to do, of course. The research facility secret. The research facility contains disturbing evidence that some of the staff here have been working on something far more sinister than a time machine. I wonder if Dimitri knows what else is being developed here. It was rather brutish of us to take care of the 2 guards we encountered in the way we did. But now I'm free to talk more with the scientists working here. I'm gonna reach for my drink and there's gonna be a gap in the audio. Claire's sister, Celeste. We're aided in our escape from the research facility by the woman who looks just like Claire. Her name is Celeste and she is Claire's estranged younger sister. It appears she is here to find answers to her own unsolved questions regarding her sister's death. I had many more questions to ask her, but we were separated before I had the chance. Rendezvous at the Thames Arms. The old father's embrace that Celeste hinted at refers to the Thames Arms. The truth of our situation is becoming ever clearer to me. Before parting from us, Celeste mentioned a large secret in this town. I'm fairly certain I know what she's referring to, but I'd best refrain from speculation. Everything will become clear when I reach the Thames Arms. Explosion cover-up? I couldn't help thinking back to that terrible lab explosion that occurred 10 years ago. The facts were covered up, but I will never forget losing Claire, or forget that tear-streaked face of the boy I found in the street weeping for the parents he'd lost. I fear the mistakes of the past are being repeated, and I must stop that from happening, no matter what it takes. And on that note, let's dip, I guess. I am lost. Eek. Flora, are you okay? Come on, comrades. It wasn't my intention to scare the young Fraulein. Pavel, what are you doing down here? Not really the time for comic relief, but sure. I was exploring the area and somehow wound up here, lost. Très lost. Oops, sorry about the noises. As I fidget with my drink for no reason. Doing some tunnel exploration like you were talking about before, I take it. Earlier in my quest to find these tunnels, I mistakenly wandered onto subway tracks. That little viaje, is that Spanish? Put me in great peril. But danger is part and parcel of exploring el mundo, no? I suppose you could say that. Naturalmente, most of my travel woes could have been avoided if my compass hadn't gone kaput. Though I think this map might be able to show me which way to go. A little help, Kudasai. Alright, here's a puzzle. 116 trays up 50 pick rats. Ines Bobus. Below the chart with a cardinal direction written in each square. The top of the chart, however, isn't necessarily north. Looking at the chart from the proper orientation, you can start at a certain square and moving in the direction written in each square, pass over all the squares on the chart. Which side, A, B, C, or D is north? Well, I guess we just draw the graphs, right? Like, this way is gonna be... Oh, there you go. You can't possibly... We got 3 streamlines, so it's not that. Okay. Well, there's a nice little cycle there, so that's concerning. Yeah, again, that's impossible. Try north at the bottom. I think that's it, right? Because east, north, west, west, south, east. And that would be when north is at the bottom. Assuming uniqueness, that gives us C.
Let's see if I've got this right. Few things satisfy like a puzzle solved.
There we go. Oh, domo gracias, Monsieur Sam. Thanks to you, I can now continue my travels. Do be careful out there. Okay, you're just gonna be here? Don't mind me, I'm just figuring out which way to go next. Alright, well, not mind you, then. Now that we're topside again, I think it's finally safe to say we've given the family the slip. Things got rather chaotic back there, Flora. Are you feeling alright? Not too shaken? Just fine, Professor. I'm very glad I had you both with me. Professor, the Thames Arms is just a little way up the road here. Let's go meet up with Celeste. That'll be, this one, I think? I don't know. Yeah, that will be this one. Chapter 12, The Truth Revealed. Chapter 11 seemed pretty short. Was that just me? Well, what's going on here? Do we wanna... I think given how yesterday went a little overtime and how we just saved anyways, let's call it here, you know? I don't know. A little shorter, but I'm still rebuilding my queue. I got 2 Pokemon XDs to record. God knows that's gonna be an event, so yeah. Call it here. As always, thank you for watching. I always feel like I'm not saying enough, but what can I say after all that, you know?